Since day one, Minecraft has always had one specific flaw, and that's just the render distance. Even with the render distance cranked all the way up, if your PC can even handle it, you still can't really even see that much of the world, maxing out at only 32 chunks. However, that finally changes with just a few mods, and these mods that I'm talking about, you've probably seen a lot of videos on, and let alone screenshots, and this mod is called the Distant Horizons mod. Combine this with a terrain generation mod and shaders, and you have the ultimate experience for Minecraft. I genuinely think that these three mods completely change Minecraft altogether and kind of give you a completely new experience. It really does refresh Minecraft. I mean, seriously, the worlds look absolutely stunning, and you can see for literally like 512 chunks without sacrificing that much FPS. You know, it's really nice, traversing up to a mountain and just looking out and seeing the vastness of the world. It really is game changer. I personally think that this should be a built-in Minecraft feature. To be honest, I think this is how Minecraft should look. This would just be absolutely amazing if Minecraft actually looked like this. Now, the links for all of the mods that I'm using will be linked in the description, of course, but I'm going to show you exactly how to add these to your game and install them correctly, because I'm gonna be honest, I've looked around and, I've seen a few other videos and whatnot, but it's always been kind of confusing as to how to actually install these mods. Every time that I would install these mods, I would have some sort of silly bug that I just couldn't really get rid of. So today I'm going to show you exactly how you can download these mods and get them working properly. So today we are going to be using Modrinth. You guys can probably use CurseForge for this as well. I'm not entirely sure, but I know the links in the description are also going to be for Modrinth as well. So I would highly recommend just using Modrinth. It's super easy, and I think it's honestly a little bit better than CurseForge. So basically, you're just going to want to make sure you download the 1.20.4 versions of these mods, as you can see me doing here, and everything will be, pretty much ready to go. Now, this again does run on Fabric and not Forge. Now, I was watching back this edit, and a few things to note is it does indeed run on Forge. At least I'm pretty sure it does, because I did look it up and there are Forge versions of Distant Horizons. But I would highly recommend that you run this on Fabric because it's a lighter launcher and you get more FPS, at least from my experience. So there's also, just a bunch of optimization mods to make sure you get the best performance. Now, I'm also sure that you don't have to use the 1.20.4 edition. I'm sure you can use maybe 1.20.5, 1.20.3, so on and so forth. But I do know that when I attempted to use the 1.20.6, I was running into several incompatible mod errors. So I had to go ahead and opt for the 1.20.4. This is what worked for me, so I'm sure it would also work for you. Now, there's a few other, I guess, like terrain generation mods that you guys can check out. I know the most popular one is called Tectonic. However, I personally like Lithosphere specifically because you get the big mountain ranges that you get within Tectonic, but you also get like realistic rivers as well, as you guys can see here, within the footage. Now, these rivers typically always run through valleys, and they just look so nice. Like, they just look genuinely so good. It's honestly breathtaking. I mean, this is seriously wallpaper worthy. I mean, imagine building like a big village or even like a castle, town or something of some sort. And, having it on, with the Distant Horizons mod combined with the Lithosphere mod with the Bliss shaders, this thing is going to look amazing. I mean, Minecraft genuinely got a humongous graphical overhaul with just 3 mods here. Now, there's a ton of settings within the Distant Horizons mod that I'm not too familiar with, but I can go over the basics. So basically, the first and main one that you want to do is make sure that the render distance, for Distant Horizons is set to true or just on. Now, you will see an LOD render thing here, this setting here. So basically, this is, I think, automatically set to 128, and this is pretty much just your render distance in terms of chunks. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that's what this covers. So it is set to 128, just, like off rip. But you can change this to like 512 if you really want to get crazy. And then there's also a CPU load option. Now, if you cycle through this, you can see that there is an aggressive option, a balanced option, I think minimal impact, and so on and so forth. But there's also an option that says I paid for the whole CPU. Now, I would highly recommend setting this to aggressive or I paid for the whole CPU if you really want the chunks to load in a lot faster. So basically, after the chunks are loaded in, I would probably change this down to balanced or maybe even a setting below that. Now, I don't really do many mod, showcase videos here on the channel, but I had to cover this one just because of how breathtaking it makes Minecraft appear. Now, for those of you guys who have been here on the channel and watching some of my content, you guys know that I have a building series going on where I realistically replicate real life structures into Minecraft. Now, I'm kind of a sucker for, making the game look as beautiful as it can. I do have a building series going on the channel currently where we are building real life structures into Minecraft. We are trying to replicate these structures as realistically as possible. And within these videos, we have a ton of cinematic shots, and, we're just trying to make the game look as beautiful as it truly can. And this mod here truly extends our capabilities. But yes, overall, if you guys really want to change the look and feel of Minecraft, these 3 mods alone can do that for you while keeping the game still vanilla. But all in all, with all of these mods combined, you have transformed Minecraft into a game that you probably never expected to actually play. You've probably never expected to see Minecraft in this form.